we determined that the student should start at level 20 books, and each level in the DRA 3 has 4 options to choose from: 2 fiction and 2 non-fiction texts. Which book would you like to read to me today?
I want to read Cousins Camp.
In this story, Cousins Camp, Kate is a little nervous about being away from home for a whole week. Please start reading the story aloud starting here, and then read all the way down until you reach the star here on page 2, and then you can stop reading.
It was summer at last. Kate wrote down her plans for the summer.
As the student reads aloud, follow along and make a note of all reading errors or miscues directly on the student observation form. Teacher's Guide recommends that the read be recorded. This will allow the teacher to play the recording back later on and catch any miscues that might have been missed, and it also helps to keep a record of students' reading behavior over time.
It was summer at last. Kate wrote down her plans for the summer. She wanted to swim, read a good book, and play with her friends. Just then her mother told her, "Kate, you get to go to Cousins Camp."
Once the read is complete, we are now ready to total up the number of miscues the student made during the read, and this will tell us whether this is an independent, instructional, or frustration level read for the students. Let's take a look now at the notes that were made on this read. The student made 2 omissions. She omitted this period and this period. She made 2 substitutions, Tana for Tina and says for said, and 1 reversal. So we record these on this side of the student record sheet. The student made 5 errors in this read, which would indicate that she is reading at 96% accuracy, which is an independent reading level. If the student, however, makes 8 to 9 errors within the read, this is considered instructional level. 10 or more miscues indicate intervention level. So the teacher at that point needs to select benchmark books at a lower level and then repeat the miscue analysis. If the student reads above independent level, the teacher may want to go to higher level benchmark books and also repeat the miscue analysis at that level. We've established that the student is reading independently at level 20. We can proceed with the comprehension protocols. Now that you've read some of the story, I want you to think about the title and the pictures you've seen in the book so far, and I'd like you to tell me 3 things that you think might happen in the rest of the story.
Kate is going to go and have Cousins Camp, and she's going to have a lot of fun. And she's going to, but she's going to not like it at first because she's going to be really scared, so scared like that she doesn't really join in too much of the activities.
Anything else?
I think that maybe she might wants to not leave at the end, but she has to leave.
Now it's time for you to read the story by yourself. And when you finish reading the story, I'd like you to come back and tell me what happened in the story. Before conducting an assessment conference with your students, refer to the Benchmark Assessment Teacher's Guide, which provides detailed instructions for an assessment at each level of the DRA 3.